Some time ago, I started a new job as a technology executive for a medium sized company. During my second week on the job, as I was going out to lunch, I got an emergency email from my IT guy. And I'm saying my IT guy because he was the guy. He supported the entire organization on his shoulders. It turns out that the application wasn't responding anymore and we had problems accessing the data center. Why? Well, turns out that the data center was on fire. It was literally burning down as we are talking. Of course, being new on the job, I had no idea what the information was. I didn't know what the processes were. I didn't know what I'm supposed to do next, other than the business must be back online ASAP. So imagine how I was feeling the pressure, and imagine how I had to come up with a plan alongside my team to put everything back together as soon as possible with limited access to information and processes. Perhaps you feel this type of pressure as well. Maybe it's not because your data center is on fire, but it's because you've heard of a lot of victims of cyber attacks and you don't want to follow on those footsteps and become a victim and show up in the newspapers. Or maybe you're just unsure of data privacy and regulation landscape. Or maybe your customers or maybe your investors have asked you uncomfortable questions about your stance. What do you do to protect their investment and to protect their assets? So, what can you do to relieve some of that pressure? Well, if you have a 6, 7 figure budget, congratulations. There are lots of things you can do. You can go and play golf now. You're probably already on the safe path. Generally, the way to go about it is to hire a consulting firm, pay a 6 figure retainer, do a month or two discovery, and go through the paces of interviewing your teams and printing out a beautiful PDF. Of course, you're doing all the work, but you also write the check. You can also deploy complex enterprise platforms, but this may not be your use case. Of course, you can also go and get certified for SOC and ISO. These processes are very useful, but they will take years, sometimes up to 2 years. Most small and medium sized businesses cannot justify these choices. And if you're here, probably you cannot as well. But you do want to do the right thing. Hi, my name is Codin Yanko, and I am the founder of CyberSafePath. I have been an IT leader and a C-level technology executive consultant throughout my entire adult life. I have implemented cybersecurity, data privacy, compliance roadmap for companies of all sizes and in all geographies. I paid for the best advice and learn what I have to do to stay safe. So today I'm going to share it all with you. Today I'm going to tell you 3 secrets that are going to keep you safe. Why? Well, because I am safer if you are safe. My data could be on your servers. So here's what people don't want you to know, that you don't need to be certified to be protected. This is a secret that you should know. You don't need a 6, 7 figure budget to do the right thing. So how can you go around it? Well, cut out the long discoveries, the interviews with your teams, the boardroom presentations, and get straight to implementing what needs to be in place to keep you safe. Here's another secret. Most of the fancy enterprise salespeople and consultants already know the recipe that you need to implement. They have a roadmap that has been built a long time ago, and all they're doing through this process is the pasting your logo and your company name on that document. But I also have that roadmap now, and I will give it to you today for free. So keep on watching. Here's another secret. Optimal cybersecurity and data privacy safety is not a destination, but a path. Once you're on it, you can constantly improve. You can spend more. You can be safer and safer with each iteration. But the reality is that you can use the 80/20 rule. 80% of the result will come by applying 20% of the effort, but in the right place. And if you stay on that path, you are constantly protected against most day-to-day threats. So what is this magical roadmap that you could use and stay on the path? Well, let me share it with you today. It's based on three pillars. First, cybersecurity. It's all about the basics: strong passwords, having an antivirus that is managed, having a multi-factor authentication that is enabled for all critical applications, and keeping your systems up to date. The second pillar is data privacy. You need to make an inventory of what information you have and label it, and then secure all private information. Make sure you also get consent for data collection, and make sure that once you get a consent, you use the data the way you should. And then the third pillar is compliance. This is your digital receipt. Prove that you implemented the first two pillars and you're already on your way to being compliant. Then implement mandatory training for your team. Deploy some of the standard policies that most companies have in place. And also keep records so that when your customers or regulators ask questions, you have an answer already prepared. That's it. These three pillars will put you on the path to cybersecurity. So take this roadmap and use it. But of course, the question is, how do I know what part of this roadmap is useful to me and where should I start? Maybe you have already implemented some of these three pillars. Maybe you've implemented all of it. But unless your information is standardized in one place, it's kind of difficult to know exactly where you stand. So maybe the best way to start is through a self-diagnosis. Just answer a few basic questions and identify the highest category of need. Is it fixing your password policy, or is it cleaning your old customer list of information that should not be there? So if you're willing to spend a few minutes, you can take a self-assessment right now, today, and for free. Use our website and take the assessment. At the end, we will give you a detailed customized recommendation for your business. You can also get the entire detailed written roadmap if you want. Read it and decide if you're safe and if you can sleep at night. Managing cybersecurity, data privacy, and compliance isn't a one-time event, but a journey. So map your data, lock your digital doors, and keep a simple record of your progress. This is how you build a cyber-safe path that actually lasts. To see where your business stands, check out our assessment tool. And if you want help on your journey, become one of our valued customers.